Hey, what is up, friend and fellow anti-netter? Hope all is well, and hello to you two frickin' shit weasels out there of YouTube, you freebie seekers that just want Zettelkasten content. Hey, anyway, what I want to share with you today is something I get these questions a lot, and then I also, someone like recently in my last video commented and they asked for this. They're like, hey, how if I'm in university or I'm in college, like how do I actually use the Zettelkasten to get good grades, or how should I use it? And here's the thing, okay? I'm going to flip this around. So, how Nicholas Luhmann, the inventor of the Zettelkasten as we know it, okay, the real Zettelkasten, is what you see here, okay? It's an interlinked, basically knowledge library organized by your index, and then main cards, main sections, and then you've got your bib box right here, which is like for reading notes and all of that stuff, okay? So the reason he organized this is because he was writing a 30-year like theory of everything for society. So he needed a way to like constantly update certain sections of things that he was working on, and he used numbers. So it was very complex. Now, if you are trying to learn programming, or if you're in college and trying to ace an exam or something like that, right? You need to do the exact opposite of this. This is just complete complexity. It's really basically order, but it's kind of like ordered chaos. It's kind of like reflects, how biology works, right? You have like these systems of order, like atomic units, right? But then chaos is created from that. So if you actually want to use this as like a university student or in college, you need to eliminate all of this complexity and do something. And I've talked about this before. I have these cards down here, and these two boxes are called chaos boxes. And a chaos box is all you do is while you're reading something, you take 3 by 5 inch cards and you write the core concept, and then you use rote learning or maintenance rehearsal in memory science and just constantly like quiz yourself, like constantly quiz yourself on what you've written down. I have things I've written down like starting like 2006 in college that I can just review. And it's actually interesting to just go through these chaos boxes and review them. And a lot of these things I would write down and just quiz myself before tests. And I talk about this. This is what we're talking about is an extraction method of like how do you actually extract knowledge. And in my Anti-Net Zettelkasten book, I talk about this in the chapter called extraction. What we're talking about here is what you want to adopt is on page 412, it's the one-step book to main card method and going through that. And you can see me, I detail it on page 412. So this will actually, this whole section in this book, let me put this down here for a second. It's kind of hard to hold. This whole section here, I'll put this down right here, is really outlined nicely let me put this right here, in the knowledge development section of my book, okay? Let's see if that actually goes down. There we go. Okay. So there's some really good diagrams and examples of this whole process. And just even reading the entire knowledge dev section, which is, let's see where it's at. It starts right around here, okay? There's these just fantastic diagrams that gives you, starting in this section right here, gives you like a nice little overview of what happens when you're trying to learn something and read. Okay, so that's what I would honestly recommend is skip all the complexity, just use 3 by 5 inch cards, read page 412 in this area of the book, and that's it. You don't need to actually build out an overall massive Nicholas Luhmann style anti-net Zettelkasten. That's going to become helpful when you actually want to use this type of knowledge, in the chaos box to actually start developing output, developing writing. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more of a clearer example of how to think about going into this. Like I see a lot of university students or college students like thinking that, oh my God, in order to succeed in this class, I'm going to have to build out my whole freaking massive Zettelkasten. The thing is, you don't. All you need to do is read and write by hand. That's the key. Don't do this in some digital Notion tool or something like that. That's just a shortcut. Do it the old way, the right way, the true way, the analog way. That is the anti-net way. So anyway, hope that helps you out and hope that gives you a little bit of insight on what works. All right. Peace and love. And always remember to stay crispy, my friend.